So, boxing fanaticos, this is Anna to do another boxing analysis. This analysis is between Adrian, the problem Broner, versus Omar, El Pantarita Figueroa. Now, let's get straight to it. Waste no time. Look at that beautiful, beautiful work by Robert Guerrero. But Omar Figueroa got heart, catching Robert Guerrero with all type of punches in that flurry. Beautiful left uppercut. So short and sweet. That's a big 147-pound guy, man. Wow, look at that action. Omar Figueroa is such a warrior. Such as Robert Guerrero as well. Look at those punches. Figueroa, with the beautiful temple shot. Another shot to the temple. Beautiful left hook. But straight left hand down the pipe, left uppercut. Right jab by Robert Guerrero. Oh, man. Good action. Oh, left uppercut, Robert Guerrero. Down goes Guerrero. Down goes Guerrero from a left uppercut to the body, and that will do it. Omar Figueroa is that guy. Now, let's get straight to it. Both men have trouble. You have Adrian Broner here arrested for alleged, which it's been confirmed that he did touch that woman in her genital area or grabbed her ass, something like that. Misdemeanor sexual battery. He's going to have to pay like probably $5,000-$10,000 fine and basically pay the woman off. That's basically what's going to have to happen for him to get the fight going, continuing. Now let's get to Adrian Broner's highlights. I do not just show one person's highlights of their fight that they had. We're going to go straight to it. Now, Adrian Broner, the things that he does, very, very well, but lately he doesn't let his hands go.
At an early age can create elevated expectations. A couple of years ago, Adrian Broner became the second youngest fighter to win world titles at 4 different weights. As a result,
a little laggy, but work with me, guys. Here we go.
But at times, that exceptional talent has been overshadowed by legal issues, failures to make weight, and disturbing behavior. Broner is about to turn 28, so there's still time for him to focus on his ring future.
Look at that speed. Broner got tremendous speed. If only he would use it when he's in the fight at the top elite level, he could prove all his naysayers and haters wrong.
21 bouts, then in 2011 captured a vacant world title at super featherweight. Outrageous, always personal, and sometimes even vulgar.
Wow. Things getting very interesting early here in Brooklyn.
As it turned out, the fight by itself was pretty damn good.
Left hook to the body and a left hook upstairs by Broner.
A recurring theme in Broner's fights has been slow starts. This came close to costing him against Malignaggi.
And he can't start slow against Omar Figueroa. That's very true, Steve Farhood said.
Continues. Credit Broner, a natural counterpuncher, for adjusting. He accelerated in the later rounds.
Clearly the momentum in this fight swinging to Adrian Broner.
Landing the hardest shots, and took the title by split, but deserved decision. Broner was a Triple Crown champion, having won world titles at 130 pounds, 135, and 147.
And there goes the hell fight, of course, right?
Boxing is a most
and this is what people think is going to happen.
Fighter loses a bout, then spends the rest of his career
the Broner versus Madonna is what people think the Omar Figueroa fight is going to be like.
Defended his welterweight title against Argentinian bomber Marcos Maidana in San Antonio. Maidana was dangerous, but he had been comprehensively outboxed by slick welter contender Devin Alexander, and there was every reason to think Broner was going to do the same thing. The odds makers sure thought so. They made Broner a 5-1 favorite to keep the title. Ouch. Suffice to say that Broner had never experienced the type of power and pressure applied by Maidana.
Maidana off to a very quick start here.
In the second round, Maidana's left hooks repeatedly found their mark.
Big left hook. Wow.
And he's hurt.
And after rallying in spots, Broner was down again in the 8th.
And a left hook drops Broner for the second time in the fight.
Broner showed heart throughout his nightmare of a night, and even managed to take the 12th and final round.
They're trading hooks, and right now Broner's is getting there a little quicker.
The beatdown, however, was reflected by the official scores. Unanimous and wide Maidana. Broner was no longer unbeaten, and while he's gone on to win 6 of 7 and added a world title in a 4th division.
With that jaw. My goodness. Now, my thing is, what is going to happen when Omar Figueroa throws speed combinations inside the pocket? What's going to happen? Is that going to happen? You know, a lot of people don't want to think about things, but to be real, man, it is important for Adrian Broner to get his shit together, because if he doesn't, you know, he's going to be fucked. And I'm just here to tell you right now, straight up, Adrian Broner has to use his jab. 3 keys to victory. Adrian Broner has to use his jab consistently. He has to turn at angles. That's number 2, after throwing the jab, to keep Omar offset and off rhythm, because Omar loves to throw a lot of punches and bunches. The way to cut that in half, instead of him throwing 110 punches around, he'll throw only 60 around. If you follow that formula, those first two things. The third thing is use amazing counterpunching skills. So what I mean by that is, once Omar trying to throw uppercuts and hooks, Adrian Broner's going to have to do this thing where he's blocking with the shoulder, tucking that chin good, and deflecting the punches. It's called a parry. Each time Omar throws a punch, parry it. What that does is it makes your opponent very reluctant to want to throw any punches. You know, it's going to make them kind of think more. And you want to make Omar think, because you can outthink him if you're smart enough. And Broner's smart enough to do it. And he's been in the ring for what? Over 15 years now, 16 years? Totally in, you know, amateur pro. So he has a lot of experience. Omar has a lot of experience. He's seen every style as well. But I just think Broner has the better boxing brain, but lately he hasn't shown it. So if Adrian Broner follows those 3 keys, remember the jab, consistent jab, keeping it in his face. He got to throw at least 20 jabs around. Turn after the jab. So angles, a lot of angles. After you throw a combination, turn. You know, use head movement and turn. Make sure they're speedy, they're fast, and they're flashy, but make sure that they have substance, meaning it has to have power. You can't just do flashy stuff and you're not hurting your opponent. So make sure you're hitting them in the chin, hitting them in, you know, those temple areas. Make sure you're getting his attention. Use the stab jab is very important as well. The feint, bow, hit him right in the solar plexus, hit him right in the belly button area. That is what you need to do, you know, if you want to be successful in this fight. I feel that Broner has to let his hands go. There's no getting around it. You can jab and turn all you want, but you got to throw combinations, because eventually Omar's going to cut off the ring at some point. And if you're not throwing punches to get him off of you, he's going to just be like a cyclone, like a hurricane, and just run right through you. So it's very, very, very important that Broner trains through throw combination and does not get lazy. If you get lazy, you're going to get knocked out. He's not going to last no more than 7 rounds if he's not totally focused, totally in shape, and ready to put on a dazzling performance. He needs to think dazzling. He needs to think chic. He needs to think elegant. He needs to think amazing, superior performance, domination, like you used to think. If you don't want to think domination, you should not even step a foot in that fucking ring. If you don't think you are the best, the elite of the elite, don't step a foot in that ring, because we're in the hurt business. Boxing is the hurt business. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of people are not here that were here 5 years ago, 7 years ago in the boxing. It's a short career, and it can have everlasting damages on your mental, on your just the effect on your frontal lobe period of the brain. So if you're not taking precautions, parrying, using proper defense, using your reflexes, side to side movement, head movement, moving your head off the swivel. Don't just sit there like a fucking speed bag, keep getting hit. Be smart about how you do your approach, and that's for Broner. Omar Figueroa. Oh yeah, also tie him up when you need to. Broner, don't be too proud not to tie up. You're gonna need to tie up at least 3 times around in this fight, just to slow the pace down. Remember, fight at your own pace, and you become the boss, the kingpin of the ring, king of the ring. Now, Omar Figueroa, 3 keys to victory. Number one, he has to be intelligent and use a lot of those jabs. You're very tall. I know you want to fight on the inside and throw a lot of punches, but you must jab. It's important for you to jab and be very effective with that jab. What that does is you're already long. So if you're already long and using a rangy jab, you can get more extension off of those punches with those long arms, and then you can slow Broner down and then go to the inside. Let's say round 4, round 5, and start terrorizing him with a lot of body shots. Number 2 is body shots. Body shots is key in this fight. I believe it's the key to slowing Broner down. I believe Mikey Garcia slowed Broner down with body shots as well. You know, I feel like another thing that's very important would also be for Omar Figueroa, the third key to victory, is to just throw a lot of punches and bunches, but start downstairs, upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, hit him in specific areas, the temple, the nose, cut off his breathing passages, and hit him in his throat. Hit him anywhere that you can hit him at. But definitely hit him in the stomach and the solar plexus early. Put money in the bank, put, you know, water in the basement, as they say, and then drown him round 6, round 7, round 8, if it even goes that long, because I wonder if Broner is even focused for this fight. I think he needs to have a full training camp, you know, full 8 weeks or 12 weeks, however many weeks that it takes for a 12-round fight. I believe it only takes 8 if you're truly training each and every day, focusing on different elements of your game so you can be at your best. And most importantly, mentally. Mental game, it has to be right. 85% of this game is mental. The other 15% is physical. So your mind right, you feel good, you feel right, you're getting proper rest, which I don't know if Broner is actually doing. I don't even know if Omar is doing it. Let's see what's going on with Omar. Look at that. Look at that, my people. Hold on. Bam. Dan Raphael just put Omar Figueroa Jr. faces DUI charge ahead of the fight with Adrian Broner. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? DUIs, come on, baby. 3:14 a.m. What you doing up that late? What are you doing? 170 pounds, 5'8". He got hella weight to lose. 30 pounds heavier than the contract weight for the fight was booked. What are you doing? Ay. But, man, I'm here to tell you right now, I don't know what's going on with boxers nowadays, man. You guys have Al Heyman in your corner, or you got De La Hoya in your corner. You got these people who, especially Al Heyman, he's like a father figure. He calls to check on you, see how you're doing. You need bail money, he get you bail money. If you need money in your books, he put money in your books. This guy will help you. If you've missed out on a payment for a car payment, house payment, he will help you out. But you gotta show love. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show respect for somebody that's taking on that role as like a don, as like a father figure. You feel me? Or a grandfather. So, you know, abuelo. I just feel like a lot of people don't respect Al Heyman, what he did. Even Sam Watson kicks a lot of good game to you about real estate and investing in your money. You know, not just spending your money wildly. And I feel like people like Broner, especially, the 11 times arrested, and Omar Figueroa, you know, I don't know how many times he's been arrested, but I do see, like I said, he's having problems with being under the influence of, you know, drugs or whatever, or drinking. Man, you gotta get that shit in check, man. Like, the boxing game is so short. Most people don't even, if they start at 20, let's say they start going pro at 20, most people don't even get the last to 30. And if they do get to 30, they're worn out. For you guys to still have your wits about you, you still have millions of dollars in the bank. Why are you not taking care of your body? There's so much information and research out there that says that you have to recover after you train so hard. You beat your body up. You rip those muscles up. Why are you not going to get proper sleep? Why are you not going to go get those ice freezer treatments where you go in there and they freeze your muscles, and like I think it's called Sub-Zero, and it revitalizes you. It recoups you. You know, do your ice bath. You want to be old school with it. Get massages. You should be getting massages at least 3 to 4 times a week if you're an elite professional boxer at the top level, boxing for 48 minutes, you know, 12 rounds. So I just don't get it. You're shortening your career by drinking alcohol by at least 60%. Alcohol is going to slow you down, and you're going to end up just being fucked. In the long run, you're going to be fucked. You're going to be mad that you know, killed your career over some fucking vices. But we all have our vices. We all have our things that fuck us up. But All right, let me get down to. I kind of went on a rant there. My fault. I'm gonna get back to the boxing analysis. Keys are done. This is what I feel is going to happen. I really see this happening. My analysis is Omar Figueroa, despite him being out of shape, despite him, I believe he's going to get the weight down. He still has time to do it. It's 30 pounds, a lot, but I think he can do it. I believe he's going to beat Broner in the later rounds, 8 or 9 round. He's going to get him out of it. I don't believe in Broner no more. Broner has made me lose money twice betting on him. Twice. I believed in him like, yeah, he got this. I ain't bet my whole house in them, but I bet some decent money on him and lost it. I did bet on Mikey Garcia too, so I had 2 bets. I did kind of even out my money, but I was pissed because I bet more on Broner because I really thought Broner was going to defeat Mikey Garcia at the time. But in my back of my head, I'm like, Mikey is too technical of a boxer. And it was back and forth like a ping pong, like a tennis match. But anyway, man, to get back to it, Omar Figueroa is going to knock him out, stop him. TKO style, you're going to have to wave the towel. Kevin Cunningham, whoever, going to be in his corner that night. And if they don't wave the towel, they're too proud, he's going to get knocked out cold. Knocked out cold. Temple shot. I see it. Left hook, left uppercut combination to the chin, or it's going to be a right hook, a blindsided right hook, really short in the southpaw stance. There's just one thing Omar Figueroa does. He can switch stances and still make his punch really short. Reminds me of Dimitri Pirog a little bit, not the technical of it, but just the accuracy. I'll just say the accuracy that he has. I love the body punching. Like I said, I think the body punching is key, and Broner doesn't do enough of it throughout the run. He's not consistent, and he likes to showboat and do a little bit of everything else without putting in that necessary work like he used to, versus the Eloy Perez's of the world and Vicente Escobedo's of the world, where he would dominate in impressive fashion and wouldn't even let you barely get a punch off. His best performance I've ever seen him was in the Antonio DeMarco fight, which I had Antonio DeMarco defeating him because I thought he would be too much, and Broner washed him out, made it look easy because he stayed on him consistently. He was like, just throwing left hook, right uppercut, everything was so technically perfect. He was showing his gifted boxing talent. If there was a 1 to 10 scale, he would have got a 10 that night. That's how perfect he was. But like I said, man, I see Omar Figueroa knocking him out. If it do go the distance, maybe I see Broner edging out a decision because he actually did do just enough. Because at this stage of the career, I don't think he's hungry. He said he's hungry, but when you got $12 million in the bank, you sleeping on satin sheets. I mean, yeah, he say I got a lot of kids to feed. I got baby mamas asking for money, which that is true. But I think he's been spoiled so much by the riches and the lifestyle and having all these famous friends and this, that, and the third. And Omar Figueroa is the total opposite. He's got that country boy, Waco, Texas type of thing going on. And I just feel like he's just dialed in. But I don't feel like he's dialed in after seeing this information, man. Like I said, not only is he 100, so it's kind of even to a certain extent. But I just see Figueroa edging it out. If Broner do get a knockout, though, it's because Figueroa, by his own demise, did not stay down in the weight. And because of the alcohol. Remember, Sergey Kovalev was drinking vodka heavily. Heavily is what his trainer said. While before training camp and a little bit in between the beginning stages of training camp. So Andre Ward said he had inside sources on that and went to his body consistently and fucked him up, got the knockout. Same thing can happen with Broner if Broner applies himself, uses a stab jab effectively, feints very well, and throws left hook and right hooks to the body and throws uppercuts to the body. Turns at an angle, get that 45-degree angle, and dig the uppercut right in the solar plexus. Get it right in there. Even a right uppercut, right hook combination. It can be done, but it's all dependent on Broner's mindset to see if he's mentally focused. This is his last stand. Listen to me, damn it. His last fucking stand. I'm not believing. I still don't believe in him right now. Him being 33-3 with 24 knockouts, a great record. Omar Figueroa 27-0 with 19 knockouts, trained by Joe Diaz. And Joe Diaz is training in Indio, California. One of the best trainers in boxing. This guy is about blood. He's about war. He loves warriors. He likes people that throws punches and bunches, and he's training them to be nasty and be mean in there. And I'm telling you, He used to spar with my favorite. I have his poster on my wall. Edwin El Inca Valero, the indigenous destroyer, the indigenous beast. Okay, if you can last in the ring with him, which there was times that they said they had to kind of stop the sparring because Valero was just such a monster. But I believe Figueroa used to hang in there with him, even at a very young age, very young teenage age. If you can do that, the maturity in the boxing brain that you'll get after that, you're going to be so tough as nails, you know, iron sharpens iron type of mentality. But like I said, Figueroa is going to get him out of there. This video is a little longer than usual, and that's all good. Hopefully you guys get through the whole thing. And like I said, I get back to you with more boxing news analysis and updates. And before I go, you know, they are due to meet in a final elimination fight to earn the mandatory position for the WBC 140-pound title. You know, it's just crazy right now what's going on in boxing. So many great fights, so many great fighters. Regis Prograis is facing Julius Ndongo March 9th, and that fight is going to tell me a lot. Whoever wins that fight, and then the Jose Ramirez versus Amir Iman at 140, or 147, like, there's so many fights that can be made, and I just hope that whoever wins this fight between Figueroa and Broner faces the winner of Prograis Ndongo or Jose Ramirez versus Amir Iman. So like like I said before, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the DUI of Omar Figueroa right after Adrian Broner. Right after Adrian Broner getting in trouble himself. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking crazy right now. You know, it's insane. Adrian Broner getting in trouble in one of the most important fights of your life, if not, the most important fight of your life and death fight with Figueroa, who is a Mexican El Panterito warrior, Black Panther warrior. You know, like I said, just tell me what you think, and I'll get back to you. Peace.